All right, you guys, so the first thing you're going to be doing is writing a quadratic function given its zeros. So what this is backwards. This is asking you to go from basically understanding its zeros to going to a function. So as we pull out that, we can pull out the zeros from a function, but we can also go backwards. So remember I told you guys about the 3 different quadratic equations. Okay, standard form, which is this. Okay, and you'll notice from here, this is the most simple and maybe the least informative. As you look at it, you're like, okay, ooh, it's quadratic. Ooh, it's cup up or cup down. You can get that from the A. You can get the y-intercept from the C, but honestly, there's not a whole lot you can get as easily. Now, if you go to vertex form, it's nice because you can also get the sense of the A, whether it's going cup up or cup down, and you get the vertex at least where that critical point as to where it anchors, right? Okay, and then the last one, and I'm only doing different letters just because, excuse me, just for fun, I guess. Okay. This is the intercept form, and this is the one you're going to be working with right now. What that is doing, it's telling you that when it's in factored form, we are getting the zeros from the zero product rule. Remember, we were with the zero product rule, we were setting everything equal to 0, right? Well, at the x-intercept, the function is equal to 0, meaning the y. When I say function, you say y, right? So the function, whatever this is, okay, let's say this is q, 0. Okay, this is p, y is 0. The function is 0. Y is 0. So what we're doing is we're actually, instead of putting h of x, we're setting it equal to 0, and then we can solve for these. Okay, so this is intercept form. It's giving us our intercepts. It's also giving us our cup up, cup down thing. It says write a quadratic function whose only 0 is negative 13. Okay, so what that means is you are going to start with the formula, okay? First of all, if it's a function, it should still have the function. It could be f of x, by the way, okay? In fact, they probably will make you put it, but oh no, it says h. Huh? H of x, who knew? Okay, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna write the master formula, let's call it, okay? The equation. All right, it's asking you to write an equation whose only 0 is negative 13. Okay, it means that both P and Q are both negative 13, okay, in the sense that, check it out. This is an example of a quadratic that comes down and just kisses the axis at one point, okay? Because it's quadratic, it has to have 2 things multiplying by itself, but they're the same thing, okay? So to do this, let's not do that. Come on, honey, get back to pen. Why are you resisting? Here we go. Oh, you suck. Okay, here, let me try to, I don't see, like I tell you, I don't even know what I'm hitting. It's really interesting, and I can't do it on purpose. I can't I'm like, try to do it again, and I can't. All right, so here we go. Now you leave the, come on, you leave the h of x there, okay? You get to put a number in for a. It doesn't really matter what you put in. I'm going to leave it as a for the moment, but you could put in x plus 13 times, oh my baby Jesus, oh my goodness gracious, this is so irritating. I don't know what's going on with this today. Okay, x plus 13. So what I did is I put this, like if we were going to do this were an equation, and we were going to try to get it to 0, x would be equal to negative 13. Look, 1, 2, 3 things multiply together. We're trying to find out where y equals 0. Okay, so what am I doing? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, I'm not doing anything. That's the thing that bugs me. Okay, so anyway, so if you're trying to go to an equation, the most important part is that you pick this, because if these three things multiply together to zero to get zero, these are the zeros. Now, what is A? A can be literally any number you want. Okay, so you could pick 1, 2, 3. I will typically pick 1 because it's the easiest one. So if I do that, okay, I would erase. I'm like ready to kill this thing right now, honest to God. Okay, I would erase this and I would put a 1. And then what we need to do is we need to, now I want it to move and it won't move. Okay, what we need to do then is we need to be able to multiply this out. Now, I don't think Alex is going to let you leave it in intercept form. I'm pretty sure Alex is going to want you to FOIL this out. I'm not. I left it A as 1 because it makes it easier, you guys. If you wanted to make it more complicated, you could put a 2, and then after you FOIL, multiply the 2 out. That's fine. So I'm going to FOIL this out. We get x squared plus 13x plus 13x plus 139. No, 169, sorry. 13 times 13 is 169. So h of x is equal to x squared plus 26x plus 169. All right, that is the answer. It is an answer. Okay, there's an infinite number of answers here, because if I change a to 1, 2, if I change it to 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to get a different answer here. Okay, I'm going to have to multiply it out, distribute it. Okay, I picked the simplest one. So Alex will know what to do when you do that. Okay, so this is how you solve that. So take a look at the next one. Okay, so if we're moving this up, okay, it says write a quadratic function given its zeros. Okay, so this is our new one. Let's get a different color. So I like changing colors. It's my way. Okay, it says whose zeros are -3 and -13. So again, since they're talking about zeros, we're going to pull from, f. It says function f. So let's do f. Okay. Okay, so f of x is equal to a times x minus p, x minus q. I highly recommend you write this every single time you do it. It'll help you get it in your brain. Okay, pick a value for a. Again, if you pick 1, it's easiest. I'm going to pick 2 this time just to show you that I could. Now, I need to plug in a -3. Okay, remember the minus sign is part of the formula. So this is actually the opposite. Remember, it's always the opposite. Okay, because the 0, what would x have to be to make this quantity 0? It would have to be -3. Do you see how that works? -3 plus 3 is equal to 0. So that's why we always put the opposite. And it's going to be x plus 13. Why? Because -13 plus 13 is 0. And we're looking at what would make this a 0. Okay, so 2, I left the a as 2. Now I need to FOIL it out. I'm foiling it. 39. I need to work on my 13s apparently. Okay, here we go. And then now I decided, since I chose a as 2, this is going to add up to 16x. So 2 times 16, I'm kind of making it. Hang on, I guess I shouldn't have multiplied out that 2 yet until, oh my God, I need to scream, people. Okay. I gotta have these things called markers, because otherwise I might just have to kill myself here. Okay, here we go. Actually, I'm not gonna kill myself, kill the program. Be like, smack it. I don't understand what's going on with my pen today. Okay, so here we go. So we got 2, okay, times x squared plus 16x plus 39. And then we multiply out the 2x squared plus 32x plus, and then whatever 39 times 2 is, it's 80 minus 2, which is 78. Okay, and that could be a solution, depending on whatever you put for a. This is the critical point where you plug it in. This is the most important part. Okay, next one. Okay, again, this one is for you. Pause it. Pause it. If you don't need it, move on. Okay, but this is for you to do. Again, what I would do is, by the way, you can go in double speed. If you need to go over this moment, you can go in double speed on, or 1.5 speed in YouTube. Okay. All right. So here we go. A, plugging in x plus 2, again, opposite. The zeros are opposite when you put them back into the equation. Okay, I'm going to leave a as 1. So this is going to be x squared plus 5x plus 2x. I'm FOILing it out, plus 10. And so simply enough, I hope you got this answer, at least for the basic one. If you wanted to change your a, you could multiply it all by one number. Okay, this is a basic problem. All right, so if you need anything else, let's see, move on. Here we go. Now it's finding the x-intercepts and the vertex. Okay, so this is a much more complex problem. Okay, the x-intercepts you are going to get by factoring. So let's write that. Okay, if you haven't got that from the problems before, here it is. X-intercepts, you factor. Okay, so let's go ahead. They're going to give you some nice problems. So y is equal to x squared plus 10x plus 25, right? All right, so we are going to factor this. What we're doing is we're trying to find where y equals 0, right? So we're going to substitute in a 0 to find the zeros, okay? Using the zero product rule, because we want the function to be equal to 0 here, okay? And then we're just going to factor. We get x plus 5 and x plus 5. It might have taken you longer, but whatever, that's what you will get. Notice, okay, what are my zeros, you guys? In this case, okay, my zeros are, we're going to take this, we're using the zero product rule. So x plus 5 equals 0. So x is equal to -5. I have 1, 0. It occurs twice. Whenever you have a double root here, same one, a repeating root, repeated roots mean the graph. My computer, I think, is having a rough time this morning with something. It's like, maybe I have too many things open. Let me close the Meet. My Meet is open, go away. Okay, repeated root means the graph touches. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. Okay, touches the x-axis. Okay, that's when it comes up and it just kisses it. Okay, or comes down and just kisses it at one point. You can tell because it's a quadratic, you guys. It's to the second power, which means it can be factored into two things. It just happens to be the same thing. Okay, so it says find the x-intercepts, which is -5. Okay, and it says the vertex. The vertex you have to go with, and I'm going to change colors for the vertex. Okay, the vertex is going to be h. You're going to use the h is equal to, okay, you're going to be using h is equal to -b over 2a, like we did before. So we got 1, 10 is a, 10 is b rather, 1 is a, so -b, the opposite of b, over 2 times 1, which is going to be equal to -5. Oh, look at that, you guys. It's the same value because that is the intercept and that is the vertex right here. So it happens to be both. So you could plug it back in and you're going to get 0, okay? If you don't know that, here you go. Y equals -5 quantity squared plus 10 times negative 5 plus 25. And watch what happens. You get 25 minus 50 plus 25. And look at that. You get 0, which you could have told because here it is right here again. Y equals 0, x equals negative 5. Okay, so for this problem, negative 5, 0 is your vertex. And your intercept is also negative 5. Okay, let's try another one. Again, what I suggest is that you try to do this on your own. You pause the tape right now and see if you can do this, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do it. Right here, I'm going to find the intercepts. Okay, intercepts you find by factoring. So we're going to go y is equal to, I'm going to rewrite it, x squared minus 4x plus 4x minus 4. All right, what I want you to do is, when did they give you the negative? First of all, that means cup down, okay? But it's easier to factor when x squared is positive, so we factor out the negative first. I think this is the easiest way to do it, like this, okay? Then a is on the outside now, and then we can just factor this. See, a is negative 1, right? The imaginary 1 there. We don't usually put it, but we could put it. And this is going to be x minus 2 when you factor it, okay? So look at that. My intercept is x is equal to 2. That's my intercept because that would make this 0, okay? That's what we do. X minus 2 equals 0, x equals 2. It's the opposite, all right? That's my intercept, okay? To find my vertex, I would do h is equal to the opposite of b, negative 4, over 2a. 2 times negative 1, a is negative 1. And then you get 2, positive 2. Negative 4 over negative 2 is positive 2. Oh, wow, look, it's the same. Why? Because this is another one that comes and kisses the axis at 2. So right here, 1, 2. This thing is coming up and it is just touching. It's going down because we got a negative a, but it's just touching at 2. So the vertex is 2, 0. You could have plugged it back in, but I hope that you understand. Actually, I should have done this right here. This is a big no-no. I should not have just left that like that. I needed to change it. I don't know why this thing is acting up today. Deal with stupid notes with them acting up. Okay, 0. I need to change y to 0 to find the zeros. Okay? To find the intercepts, we need to change y to 0 to use the zero product rule. All right? If I have not written that down, you need to write it down. Okay? To find the intercepts, change y to 0 to use the zero product rule. All right.